Wow, would you look at that? The number of people incremented to 3 digits. To celebrate such an occasion, we're upping production values and doing lip syncing. Hey, have you ever wanted to be a turbo bastard and to manipulate the rules to get what you want? Do you like to do fun and quirky things to give your dungeon master a headache? Boy howdy, do I have the video for you, and it's the one you're watching. We're gonna abuse rules as written, ignore rules as intended, and really lean hard into the idea of rules as physics. So, what are rules as intended? It's what the developers intend the rules to do. What are rules as written? It's what the rules do irrespective of what the developers intend them to do. Usually this is just due to an oversight. What are rules as physics? Rules as physics is the assumption that the physics in D&D will operate in approximately the same way they do in the real world. In general, the DM will attempt to maintain verisimilitude like this. This introduces strange ideas like that using the decanter of endless water enacts equal and opposite pressure on the user, something clearly unintended by the developers. We'll be pushing all 3 of these when it's convenient to get our way, because when I said turbo bastard, I meant it. Welcome to playing as the Bag Romancer in Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. This bag has an interior space considerably larger than its outside dimensions, roughly 2 feet in diameter at the mouth and 4 feet deep. The bag weighs 15 pounds, regardless of its contents. Retrieving an item from the bag requires an action. The bag can hold up to 500 pounds, not exceeding a volume of 64 cubic feet. Breathing creatures inside the bag can survive up to a number of minutes equal to 10 divided by the number of creatures minimum 1 minute, after which time they begin to suffocate. If the bag is overloaded, pierced, or torn, it ruptures and is destroyed, and its contents are scattered to the astral plane. If the bag is turned inside out, its contents spill forth unharmed, but the bag must be put right before it can be used again. Placing a bag of holding inside an extra-dimensional space, created by a handy haversack, portable hole, or similar item instantly destroys both items and opens a plate to the astral plane. The gate originates where the one item was placed inside the other. Any creature within 10 feet of the gate is sucked through it to a random location on the astral plane, and the gate then closes. The gate is one way and it can't be reopened. Before we move on, I want to give some context because I have a bone to pick. The width of the bag is 2 feet wide. I've heard DMs say a person could never fit in that. 2 feet wide is slightly larger than a manhole cover, which is intentionally designed to have people enter and exit it. It is a manhole. Alright, so, abuse time. This is the most simple of all the abuse you can enact with this bag. Fill the bag with either caltrops or ball bearings. When you want to make sure that nobody can ever walk again, for example, against enemies that have no other form of locomotion, turn the bag inside out. Boom. You suddenly have either 500 square feet of difficult terrain that enemies can fall prone in, or 250 square feet of difficult terrain that can permanently lower an enemy's speed. This next abuse is an advanced continuation of the same idea. Okay, so the bag has limited air until things start to suffocate and die. The troll, while it can be taken to 0 hit points, cannot die via suffocation. Remember, specific beats general, and the troll always regenerates 10 HP a turn unless it took fire or acid damage. So the next time you're fighting trolls, get them all to 0 hit points, but don't kill them. Have your party just beat the shit out of them while you hop in the bag of holding and consume all 10 minutes of oxygen. Hop out of the bag of holding, decapitate all the trolls you're fighting, and then stuff their heads in the bag. The troll will be dropped to 0 hit points, and then will gain 10 hit points, and then will drop to 0 hit points. This will happen over and over again until the troll can start to breathe. When you're in need of a bunch of trolls on short demand, turn the bag inside out and book it. Get out of there. So, you're aware that putting a bag of holding inside a bag of holding creates a wormhole to the astral plane, thereby probably killing your character and everybody nearby, or at least effectively banishing them to this plane forever. Everybody has either read about a character killing the big bad evil guy using this, or has killed the big bad evil guy doing this. You're also probably aware of the ridiculously over-engineered arrowhead of total annihilation, an arrow that when fired creates a tear to the astral plane by sticking one bag of holding into another on impact. In 5th edition, this is swingable. Artificers can quite literally produce 2 bags of holding every day starting at level 2, and it's not unreasonable to assume that your artificer has the ability to engineer and design this arrowhead in-game. But I have a better and easier idea that doesn't require you to have an engineering degree. It's also worth noting that my idea eliminates all risk of being sucked into the astral plane. Behold, the comically oversized net of death. Replace the netting from a fishing net on a pole with a bag of holding. Get your party rogue or whatever other suitably sneaky lad to hide in the corner with the net of death. Find your target and swing the net on top of them while surprised. Have the party ranger or whatever other suitably sharp person puncture the bag. Remember, when the bag is punctured, anything within it is scattered to the astral plane. If you've got someone halfway in the net of death, They just got bisected in half from a dimensional portal closing. If you had them all the way inside, they just got a one-way ticket to the empty void of subjective gravity. Have fun dealing with the gith. Alright, so you need to be in the bag of holding for more than 10 minutes. Maybe someone is sneaking inside a castle and you're not very stealthy. This means you need a way to breathe. How we accomplish that is simple. Put an amount of water in the bottom of the bag. Your DM can't argue that you can't put water in it. Anything that's airtight is also water type. Be careful not to do too much water though. Water is 64 pounds per cubic foot. After that, find a way to give yourself water breathing. Potion of water breathing spell, being a merfolk, etc. Do that and you're golden. Now just lie face down in the water. Alright, there's my comprehensive guide to getting the most out of your bag of holding. Want to see more? Or do you want to see me do another magic item? Let me know in the comments below. I would tell you to tell me if you think I missed any nifty ideas with the bag of holding, but we both know the comment section will do that anyway. Goodbye!